Here's an update on the Interstate 70 flash flood mudslide that made a mud lake on I-70. We'll do a tour of the area and show you. There's I-70 and we'll come back down to here. We're going to go from here up towards Highway 6. So we'll cross over I-70 right here. You can see they got all the snow plows lined up, getting ready to push the mud out of the way if they can ever get enough of the water out of there. We do got the train tracks here too, and as far as I could tell, they were unaffected. They're high enough. That's high ground. This is Highway 6. You can see there's mud, water on the right side of the road and along with the left side of the road. There's a little creek right there that water came down, and this road up here, Mid-Valley Lane, it was also a river on Monday when this mud flow happened. Flash flood happened. You see there's still quite a bit of mud there. And this road, it looks like it's a gravel road, but I can assure you, most of the time this is a tar road. You can see there's houses on the right side, and there's mud on both left and right side of the road here. And it's hard to tell where all the water went, because there's off to the right here in this field, and then these trees coming up ahead. There's most likely some water trails that go down and connect with that first stream that we saw when we got onto Highway 6. But I don't want to go and tramp around on private property to see exactly where the water had went. You can see right up in here that it's definitely a lot of water came down, and it was definitely made a mess on the road. The ditches. This is Peach Valley Drive. We'll get on this for a short little ways up to Garfield County Road, 238, I believe it is. This would also be called Slaughter Gulch Road on some of the maps. You can see there's quite a few houses here. There's a house on the left side. They have this fence here. Hopefully that fence is able to block most of the water out for them. With that right side, you can see that there's a creek down there. As we come back, we'll go up this road, and then I'll turn around and come back, and on the way back we'll pass by some. You can see that barn right there. That was probably one of the most damaged buildings I saw. You can see there's houses on the right side of this creek here, and I think some of them may have gotten a little bit of water in them. I'm not sure about that for sure though. You can see that would have been pretty freaky to be up here when this was all flowing through. And that house up there to the right, or barn, it's hard to tell what that could be or is going to be. But that is under construction. That wasn't damaged or anything. It was under construction, and we'll continue to build on that. Now we're not going to go all the way up to the end of this road. Not sure if it's a private road or not. There was a sign saying that it was privately maintained, whether they have some agreement with the county or not. Actually, I believe it's that sign right there. So we'll just pull in here. Yeah, notice that they had some signs saying just no camping, no fires, and no dumping. No dumping, lots of rain. They should have told them too. Because as you can see, this is up near where the flash flood started. That's kind of where I was videotaping at. I was on a little bit of the floodplain. Now we'll work our way back down. Like I said, we're going down here. I actually ain't going to stop because I drove all the way through, but I will, through the magic of editing, stop in a few places and do some little pan videotaping so you can kind of see a little better what's going on. And you kind of tell right in here, it spread out a little more. But as we get down here farther, and I'd stop again and do another pan on this fence, you'll see that there was a lot of debris in this flow in this first guy's fence. And it really got one side of the fence looked like it got pretty filled up with tree limbs, and I can kind of see it there off to the left. But we'll stop right here and kind of see that fence right there and all that brush that's caught up behind it. Now the mud, I think it was right across the road. And let's continue down this road. You can see the mudslide was on both sides of the road. The flash flood was. You kind of get a better view of what was happening on now the left side. And we're also coming up on that barn up here. Keep an eye out on the right. It would have been quite something to have been back in one of these houses while this was going on. That would have been freaky to say the least. See that barn right there? Take a little bit of damage. It's hard to tell if the or the mud made it back up into these houses, because once we get up here, when we stop, I'll show you to the right there, and there's a lot of mud and water still up there when I was there yesterday. Yeah, we'll stop right here and see. There's still quite a puddle of water up there. And the mud went across the road into the field across on that side, or the pasture. I did notice a lot of cutwood in there. I ain't sure if somebody lost their lumber pile, or if that had all been lumber that had just been kind of laying up on the hillside that people had cut up over the years and various reasons and left. And we'll continue down. This is getting on Peach Valley Road. It's hard to tell if right there on the left side if water had went down or mud had went down. At this house, it looked like a little some of it had went to the left, or the majority had went to the right also. Let's stop here also. You see that guy's fence. A nice sturdy fence. It looks like it got most of the mud and the water out. I'm gonna do a walk down this road and check this out. I ain't sure how thick the mud was in here. A couple inches at least. You can see it's going through the trees, and it's also going on the right side of the road where I'm not showing. I was just filled and fence over there, and I showed that in my other video. You can see up there in the trees, the cars, and a few houses that are up back in there. But it does look like they're up on a little higher ground back there, where it's kind of dipping down towards the road here. And you kind of notice something unique back here is that right here it crossing the irrigation canal, and then back there they actually have a bridge for the creek to cross over the irrigation canal. And the creek can continue on going down towards the Colorado River, and the irrigation canal can continue on flowing to whatever fields need to be irrigated, which I'm thinking they'll have a little problem with that for the rest of this year anyways. They're going to have to do a little bit of work back here. There you can see there's a little bridge for the creek going across the irrigation ditch. And it's muddy. I'll continue on. There you can see that right side, see all the mud that made it out in that field. Filled on into the irrigation ditch there. And if you're unfamiliar with what an irrigation ditch is, that's what they use in Colorado. They man-made rivers that they use to move the water around up from the reservoirs. They control them with the gates, and people who have water rights pump the water right out of the irrigation canal into their whatever they're using to irrigate their fields with, or some of them just fill up ponds. They can do whatever they want with it as long as they have the water rights. Stop again. Now this is down by Highway 6 again. You can see there's a little pond lake out there. And actually some fairly thick mud right here. We'll have to go back through there and clean that up. And some water on the other side there. This is on the north side of Highway 6 still. This is where it ran into I guess, culvert right there. No, it's not really a culvert. That's bigger than a culvert. Or maybe it is still classified as a culvert. I always considered culverts to be the ones that are the round corrugated steel, but ain't no reason why that can't be a culvert, I guess. You can see that this is down, this is underneath the train tracks. This is going out to I-70, and you can see where this got all plugged up. This is where their problem started. And that got plugged up. Now that water and mud had nowhere to go but out onto I-70. And here we are back looking at Mud Lake on I-70. And they're out there. The suction pumps. I suck out all that water. And down there would be the Colorado River. You can't quite see it from this angle up here. We get on the frontage road right here and take another closer look at what the crews are doing. These next couple of shots are taken at different times. And you can see their equipment's getting muddy. Somebody's got a cleaning job to do on all their equipment. An old pressure washer. You can see the water has come down a little bit. Like there's maybe 6 inches of water there, where the other day it looked like about 2 feet of water. Now this is crossed back over I-70 over the bridge. So this is looking back south again towards the Colorado River. And here's where a few other places that also had some mud flows going on. This was also on Peach Valley Road. And this next area, I forget the name of this road. And it's up closer to the hogbacks. And there's another mud flow here. Alright, well that does it. If you like this, like, subscribe. Thanks.